How's it guys, Munash here with the 4th Alliance War of Season 22, and today we're up against 4 Loki, or as I like to call them, 4 YouTubers, because I swear at least half the Alliance does YouTube, or at least just uploads war videos. But yeah, this is one of the alliances I respect the most in this game. Lots of great guys there who make pretty good content, particularly war videos. Karate Mike, Taters, Cam, the B-Manny, Liza, Enzo, Dap, obviously Brian Grant and Legacy, Dreaming, Celeste. Oh yeah, I think Vega joined pretty recently as well, but yeah, I might have missed a few, but that's all I can name at the top of my head. But anyway, as usual this season, we're gonna start off on Path 1, and now I have this Rank 3 Void with Arc Overload and Vigorous Assault. So I wasn't quite sure about this fight. In fact, I just wasn't too confident about it because I've never actually done it before, as in I've never fought Void there before, and I've never fought a Rank 3 there, and I was thinking it might be a bit complicated to manage my combo because he will be unblockable when he does have the Arc Overload regen. So yeah, I'm gonna boost quite a bit for this one, and also I do have 2 more fights in Section 1, so those boosts will help for that as well. Although I did feel confident enough to do the other fights without boosts, so yeah, it was mainly just for this Void. But spoiler alert, I actually didn't need boosts at all for this fight. It went really well, in fact. But yeah, better to be safe than sorry, and these were the only boosts I used in this entire war. And I did take the 3 mini-bosses on the left without boosts because they were a pretty easy Actually no, they were not easy. I was just feeling very confident about them, and again, spoiler alert, the war was already lost at that stage, so yeah, there was no point in me really boosting. Now let's get into this Void fight, and I do have 40% worth of attack boosts active, and I also decided to use an invulnerability just to be extra safe because I do have 7 of those right now, and I figured much rather be safe than sorry. Okay, so I go in and I'm going to be doing 5-hit combos, but first I have to wait for the regen to weigh out so he's not unblockable anymore. Okay, and then I can actually parry, then drop my combo. Yeah, I accidentally ended it with the medium attack because I actually wasn't sure if I was going to do a 4-hit combo like I usually do with Nick Fury, or just do the usual combo. So now look at this, he's cooperating really well, just going into my intercepts very nicely, and he's just melting away at this stage, you know. Like I dropped my special 2, only 28 hits in, barely 30 seconds in, and yeah, he's almost dead already. So yeah, these boosts were pretty overkill for this fight. I really had nothing to worry about. It was pretty easy overall, and also Nick Fury has the ability to shrug off non-damaging debuffs whenever he knocks down the opponent. So yeah, I mean, that fight just went super well, and I definitely overestimated that Void. Really wasn't that bad. But yeah, now we're gonna move on to Black Widow Clairvoyant with Masochism and Indomitable. Another rank 3 6-star defender, and yeah, they have quite a few of these, definitely a lot more than we do. So I'm going to use Quake for this one because it's a very easy Quake fight. It's almost like she doesn't have nodes, although there is still the Masochism. However, Quake can bypass that with a concussion, but I mean, she only has about 130,000 health, and I am boosted quite a bit, so I can out-damage it pretty easily. So yeah, just do the usual heavy dex for this one. She's not defensive, so I don't have to worry about stubborn. Can just do the usual heavy dex, although I did do a bit of heavy only towards the end of the fight. And I don't think I triggered Masochism once in this fight. I don't know, maybe I did. I actually need to rewatch it, but yeah, I don't remember triggering Masochism. But yeah, it wasn't a very long Quake fight. I got her down in 4 aftershocks, so it took less than a minute to take her down. And then after the second last aftershock, I do drop my heavy to give myself some space so I can do some heavy only. And again, this is just for fun. Really unnecessary for this fight, but yeah, I guess it's just me flexing my quaking prowess. That's why we call it an Alliance War, chat. So a very comfortable fight for Quake, and now let's move on to the center where we have this Tigra with Power Snack and Backup Recovery. Yeah, so those are the 2 main nodes that really make a difference in this fight, and I'm going to use Doom for this one just because it's a very easy fight with Dr. Doom because you can control her power very well. So Power Snack really isn't an issue even if you dex and trigger buffs all you want. And I can Quake Tigra, but I just feel safer still using Doom because she is a bit awkward to Quake with the double mediums. So yeah, let's just go with the easy option for this one. So I'm going to do the usual Doom rotation after I drop my special 3, which I'm going to do just now. And I know a few people are asking why don't I use my 6-star Doom that much, or especially in Alliance War, and that's because he's in defense. So I actually used my 5-star because he is still pretty damn strong for Stubborn Wars. gets the job done all the time, and yeah, I don't really need a stronger Doom for these wars. So I'd much rather place my 6-star for the defense, because I feel like that will help out a bit more than, you know, using him in attack. Now I'm gonna go for the next special 3 to get the Fury this time, and I actually forgot about Power Snack in this case, because I did lose my Fury buff. I should have dexed first and then throw the special 3, but yeah, it really doesn't matter for this fight. You can do it perfectly fine without any Fury buffs at all. The main thing was just managing her power, because the special 2 can be a little bit tricky to evade, or a bit annoying if you don't time it right, if you don't have enough space, because she pushes you back quite a lot. It's like you're just backing up all the way to the corner when you're versing Tigra. So yeah, if I had to bait a special, it would definitely be the special 1, because it's so much easier to dex, and just try to prevent her from throwing the special 2. So I do get my first Fury buff after dropping my second special 3, and then after that I can do the usual Doom combo. Special 1 for the power steal, and then I'm going to drop my special 2 without getting another Fury buff, because she's already close to being done now. So yeah, the special 2 should almost wipe her out. So after that I just drop one more combo and she goes down. So yeah, a very comfortable fight for Dr. Doom. Alright, now moving on to section 2 and switching to part 6, a part I'm very comfortable with no matter who's placed here. First we have this rank 3 Iron Man with Rage and Enhanced Fury. And I remember in the previous war I used Human Torch for this fight, but I also did mention that Doom also works pretty well for it, which you'll see just now. I do still prefer Human Torch for it, just because you can get it down faster, but for this war I did need Doom more than Human Torch, particularly for the last mini-boss on the power gain node. So I'm doing the usual Doom rotation, but for this fight I'm not going to use the special 3 at all, because when Iron Man Infinity War has those armor passives, he does lower the effectiveness of your power draining abilities, so you can't get that perfect power steal if he has at least one armor. So I'm just going to switch between special 1 and special 2, kind of like the last video I posted against the Dark Orc boss from Act 6 chapter 4. So I'm just going to be relying on the special 2 without any Furies for damage and the usual combos. And I am using heavy attacks just to be able to nullify or stagger the Furies when I do trigger Rage, because the special 2 can trigger Rage when it crits. But I mean, Doom being a Mystic who can do Mystic things doesn't really have to worry about that, because the special 1 has a nullify on it already, and the aura allows you to nullify with light attacks anyway, so yeah. Triggering Rage isn't really an issue for Doom. The only thing is the fight is going to take a bit longer than most fights, so you just gotta be a bit patient for it, but it is a very safe fight with Doom. And Iron Man is a bit of a tankier champ with those armors, because they also do increase his crit resistance. But the main thing is you just want to drop your basic hits when he has more than 3 armors, because then he can auto block you. And that's kind of how you deal with that last 15% with Doom. I usually just parry, drop a medium, and then followed by a heavy attack, because you know you can't auto block heavy attacks. And it also really helps having the Assassin Mastery and Pacify, I suppose, because those 2 masteries will lower ability accuracy, so he will be a lot less likely to gain armor in that last 15%. But I only have level 1 Assassin and level 2 Pacify, but it still worked out pretty well. I think he only gained armor once, which was from the hit that took him below 15%. But yeah, then I just played that phase slowly to be extra safe. So it's just parry, medium, heavy attack, until I can get my special 2, which will take him out with the Incinerates. So yeah, not the quickest kill. I mean, it almost took 3 minutes, although it was a rank 3 and I was using a rank 5 without boosts. But it was pretty clean. I didn't lose that much health, and I felt very much in control of the fight the entire time. Okay, now let's move on to the second fight in section 2, and now we have this Magik with Power Focus 2 and Aggression Prowess. So yeah, super easy Quake fight once again. She can ignore pretty much everything that's going on. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. It's a rank 5 Magik, and I mean obviously it's a rank 5 Magik. You don't get 6-star Magiks, and that's one champ I'd love to see as a 6-star being released. Oof, 6-star Magik at rank 3? Ooh, that would be so nice. Kabam, please make it happen if you're watching this. But who am I kidding? I mean, 2020 is coming to an end and we still don't have a 6-star Blade or Stark Spidey. Who even knows when we're gonna get a 6-star Magik? Probably before we get a 6-star Quake or Hyperion though. If we ever do get them as 6 stars, that is. But I kind of get why they don't want to release certain champs as 6 stars just yet. But I also kind of get annoyed by it. I just don't want to be using a 5-star Quake against rank 4 6 stars one day. That might be annoying. Maybe then I'll start using Suicides in War. But that might also be annoying. But anyway, back to this Magik fight, and she's about to go down. So she only got 6 Prowesses in that fight due to the concussion. But either way, she was never gonna throw a special attack, so makes no difference. Okay, so that's section 2 taken care of, and now we get to deal with the mini-bosses. And I did take all the ones on the left, so first we have this rank 3 Mysterio with Rage and Return Policy. So Mysterio isn't defensive and he doesn't gain any buffs, so this should be a pretty simple fight for Doom. I can just control his power pretty well and prevent him from throwing those special attacks, which will cause me to miss or him to reflect damage. Or I could just Quake it. It'll be a very straightforward Quake fight. He is immune to ability accuracy reduction, but we don't need to lower the accuracy of any abilities. So I'm gonna use Nick Fury because at least it'll be more interesting with him. Yeah, because it's a very easy fight with Quake or Doom, so yeah, I want it to be a bit more challenging. Also, I only used Nick Fury once so far in this war, and I do need Quake and Doom for the next 2 fights. Okay, so I'm gonna go in and drop 4 light attacks because I only need the last light attack for the big bleed. So yeah, I'd rather use 4 hit combos just so he gains less power. And then I am going to throw my special one eventually, but I want to get it close to when I have 2 bars of power first, so I can actually throw them in quick succession, so I can get 5 tactical charges to counter his miss. So he does throw a special one, just to deflect it and then avoid hitting him until that reflection icon expires. Then yeah, I'll go back to doing that usual combo. So now I did push him to more than 2 bars of power, because now I do have more than 4 tactical charges, so I can't miss. So I can just punish his special 2 right away. When he throws a special 1, just gotta dex it again. Without the reflection gas, and I can go back in, do my usual combos. And yeah, so the fight was going pretty well. Pretty simple fight really. So yeah, once again I'm gonna throw a special 1 so I can counter the miss, so that I didn't have enough tactical charges this time and I couldn't throw the next special 1 quickly enough. And the special 2 does apply that power drain, so yeah, that's a bit unfortunate, but really doesn't really matter for this fight. I can just be patient with it and wait it out. But now we get to the annoying part of the fight where Mysterio goes into heavy attack bias mode and just likes to spam those heavy attacks till Kingdom Come. So yeah, I just gotta keep on avoiding him while trying to bait the special 2. And yeah, it does take me a while to get him to finally throw the special 2. And I did take a few hits just because of the weird animation timing. But eventually he does throw the special 2. Then I can just wait it out before I drop another combo. And then I had to take a heavy to the face when I was in the corner. A little bit annoying there. But yeah, Mysterio's got such a dumb AI. You know, the way he likes to throw those heavy attacks. Okay, so I get a few intercepts because he's very eager to just dash in. Then I can start hitting him pretty rapidly again. Okay, gotta bait another special 2. Then wait it out until I can no longer miss. And then just go back to dropping the usual 4-hit combos. And yeah, so you just gotta be a little bit patient for when he does have one of those icons which will cause you to miss or reflect any damage. And as long as you can bait his special attacks, you know, don't get hit by the heavy too much. Yeah, it's a very straightforward fight. Not much to worry about there. Wasn't worried about triggering rage because he did have about 240,000 health. So yeah, Nick Fury takes him down. Not too bad, did get hit a few times, but yeah, I'm not too worried about it. Because that's going to be the last fight I use Nick Fury for. Alright, now we have Weapon X with Enhanced Special 1, Power Focus 1, and Hurt Locker. So yeah, this is a very, well, it's not a very straightforward Quake fight because he is going to be stun immune for the vast majority of the fight. But it's not too difficult of a Quake fight if you're comfortable quaking stun immune. And Weapon X does have the same animations as the original Wolverine, so yeah, I'm very comfortable with quaking him since it's basically like quaking OG Wolvie. So yeah, nothing too difficult in that regard. Although it does require quite a bit of concentration because yeah, he can swing quite quickly, and him basically being stun immune the whole fight means you do need to be able to react, you know, whenever he does throw a new combo from right next to you. But yeah, the great thing is he isn't defensive, so yeah, you don't have to heavy only because he is going to be unblockable for the whole fight as well. So yeah, you can't really heavy parry for this one. So this is one fight where usually it either just goes really well, as in you solo the fight pretty comfortably and finish with full health, or it just goes really poorly because, you know, you can't really make a mistake in this fight. There's very little room for error. Because if you make one small slip up, like you miss time on an evade or a dex or something, then yeah, you're gonna get hit and you can't even parry to give yourself some time to recover because he is unblockable. So one small slip up and you can take a combo, and he does have some very strong bleed damage, so even if you were to use an invulnerability boost, it won't save you from the bleed. So yeah, there's very little room for error in this fight, so you just gotta concentrate throughout the fight. But yeah, like I said earlier, Weapon X is not the most difficult champ for me to Quake. It's like I've quaked him hundreds of times before just because I've quaked Wolverine so many times. This one is just unblockable and stun immune. And I don't know, it does feel like his animations are slightly faster than Wolverine sometimes, or maybe slightly faster than the last time I fought him. I don't know, I might just need to double check that, because maybe I'm not remembering correctly, because I haven't quaked him in quite some time. Like when he starts a combo right next to you, he can swing pretty quickly, especially with those light attacks. But yeah, just gotta keep your head down and focus throughout the fight. Otherwise, it's not too bad. And I do really like Quake for this matchup, mainly because, you know, you don't have to worry about the regen mechanic from when you hit him, since Quake doesn't do that. Also, you don't have to worry about him going unstoppable, and she just counters the nodes or ignores them for this fight. So yeah, he's not gonna gain 1 bar of power, so I don't have to worry about power focus or enhanced special 1. And obviously, Hurt Locker doesn't make a difference since Quake doesn't need to throw any special attacks. So yeah, pretty comfortable fight for Quake, although that was the fight I needed the most concentration for. And fortunately, it was just a rank 2 Weapon X. Alright, so now moving on to the last fight, we have this rank 2 Sorcerer Supreme with Aspect of Evolution, Enhanced Special 2 Bias, and Improved Power Gain. So the main 2 annoying nodes here are Aspect of Evolution and Improved Power Gain, because with Aspect, she's gonna gain a lot of increases to her stats, you know, whenever she fills a bar of power. Or goes up by 5% for each bar of power she fills, and then with Improved Power Gain, her passive power gain is going to be increased by 100%. So I'm going to use Doom for this one, and I'm not going to boost again, so I also do need to heal him up. Yeah, fortunately I've got a lot of these health potions right now, because at full health I should be able to take 1 special 3. So I'm going to go in and do the usual Doom combo, parry, medium, light, heavy. Then I wanted to drop a special 1 after she has 2 bars of power, but she threw a special 1 of her own. So now I just gotta dex that and then go for the next one. But this time she's gonna get to a special 3 very quickly because of, you know, improved power gain and Aspect of Evolution. Oh yeah, I actually forgot to factor in Mystic Dispersion when I was doing this fight, because I did get a precision buff from dexing and she gained a lot of power after it was removed. But now I can just steal some of that power. So now I drop my special 3. And yeah, you can see how much power she's gaining with the Improved Power Gain and Aspect of Evolution as well. And then I'm going to do the usual Doom combo, medium, light, medium. And then steal more power because she will have 3 bars after that. I do hold block to prevent her from putting that special 2. And then I just do light attacks because those are the ones that steal power. Get another special 3. So yeah, so far the fight's going pretty well. And now once again, medium, light, medium combo. Steal 2 bars, and now I threw the special 2, which might not be the safest way to play this fight with Doom because, you know, she can gain a lot of power very quickly. But the special 2 does do good damage, and that's why I used it. So now she's being a bit idle. I go in and try to hit a block, then I hold block myself to bait a heavy attack. Fortunately, she does drop a heavy attack instead of throwing a special 3. Then I can punish, steal more power, and throw another special 2 before the Furies expire. And I was hoping that would take her out, but unfortunately not, so I hit her block a few more times. And now she's at 2% before she throws that special 3, so yeah, I was a bit unlucky there. But I wasn't really worried because I knew Doom should be tanky enough to take 1 special 3 at least. Now I'm at 20%, so yeah, I basically survived that one. I tried to go for a silly intercept over there. Didn't quite work out, but I had the Nick Fury synergy, so I wasn't too worried. Then I can just parry, drop another combo, and she goes down. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this war, and I would like to say that it was a close one, but nah, not really. It really wasn't. I mean, they died 3 times in all 3 battle groups, so they only had 3 deaths, which is very impressive. The lowest we've had in a very long time against us. And they cleared all 3 groups fairly quickly, so we're always behind. But yeah, well done to them. I can tell they don't just want to be in Master, but they also want to make the top 3, and I hope they make it. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon.